Hey mama, I polled my 415,000 followers and asked them, what type of birth class do you want? And they told me we want something simple that we can listen to on the go, whether you're nesting, you're walking, or just trying to rest. So I created the Calm Labor Birth Pod. It is my audio-only birth class designed for real life. So if you're pregnant, you're overwhelmed by all the what ifs, you don't need to Google. You just need calm, evidence-based guidance from a labor nurse. You can listen on the go. It's $97, or you can start today for just $33. Go to labornursemama.com/guide or hit the link in the show notes to grab it. Hey mama, welcome to Pregnancy Unpacked. I'm Trish, a labor nurse of 16 years, mom of 7, and your birth bestie. I'm going to be walking you through not just baby bumps and fruit sizes, but the entire identity shift that pregnancy will be for you. Each episode drops every Wednesday, and we're going to unpack what's happening in your body, what to expect, what to do, what's normal, even when it feels extremely weird, and how to actually feel supported emotionally and physically. You're going to hear from me where I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I'm going to be cheering you on along the way. You can follow along each Wednesday because pregnancy deserves more than outdated advice and Google anxiety. Hey, beautiful mamas. Welcome back to Pregnancy Unpacked, the podcast where we are diving into the real, raw, and beautiful, hard journey of pregnancy. I'm Trish Ware, your guide, per se, through this incredible season. Girl, I've done it. 6 pregnancies that I've gone to the end. I've had 9 pregnancies. 3 are losses. I'll meet those babies in heaven one day. But today we are unpacking weeks 27 and 28. Hello, third trimester. Oh my gosh, you did it. You did it. You're there. Well, whether you're feeling like a glowing goddess or just trying to survive the heartburn and the sleepless nights, this episode is for you. We're going to walk through what's happening in your body, how to prep for the third trimester without losing your stinking mind, and some real talk about the emotions and pressures that come with this stage. Plus, we're going to touch on birth classes in a non-pushy way, but y'all know, yes, if you're here and you're like, she's selling her birth class. Yes, I am. Because you know what? I've poured my heart and soul into it. And I 100% from 16 years at bedside know that you are going to regret winging your stinking birth. And girl, the time is counting down. So I'll talk about it very lightly because you know I've got my full birth course or I've got the birth pod. But we're going to wrap up with some powerful affirmations to keep you grounded. So grab your cozy little drink. If you're past 27 weeks, girl, you can start drinking 1 cup of raspberry leaf tea now. Get comfy and dive in. All right, let's start with what's going on inside your incredible, beautiful body. At 27 to 28 weeks, you're officially crossing into the third trimester. Your baby is about the size of a head of cauliflower. So I want you to go to Publix today, or wherever you shop. I want you to pick up a cauliflower and be holy smoky jokey. This is what I'm carrying, because your baby is weighing about 2 to 2.5 pounds, measuring about 14.5 to 15 inches long. They're starting to plump up. They're getting little fat layers that are going to help keep them cozy after birth. And we talk about that in the birth experience because it's a little different than how we stay warm, but this brown fat that they're developing is going to keep them warm. Their lungs are maturing, their brains are growing like crazy, and they might even be practicing those adorable little sucking and blinking movements. And you're probably feeling all the little kicks and movements as well, and the hiccups. We talked about this before. That's one of my favorite things. You could actually see your little belly go up and down in a rhythm, and I love it. Now let's talk about your body because you're feeling a lot. I know you are. here are some things you might be noticing: achy joints and ligaments. The hormone relaxin is actually doing what it's supposed to do. And that is, it's starting to loosen things up to prep for the birth. So your hips, your lower back, or your pelvis might feel achy and not too happy about the situation, but you're going to be really happy that our body is made to have this hormone relaxin, because it opens up everything that baby needs to, be the passenger and come through. So try some gentle stretches, some prenatal yoga classes, because those can actually be some game changers. Again, we have a section on my Amazon shop for pregnancy pain related situations. And so you can grab some things there as well. Shortness of breath. This one's a doozy. Your growing uterus is pushing against your diaphragm, making deep breaths feel harder. So some of the things that I did with Grayson, because I had this like a beast, this and heartburn, we're going to talk about that next, is sitting up straight, really good posture, or sleeping semi-propped up to give your lungs some space. So posture really matters. How you're laying matters. And I also found that if I lifted my hands above my head, now I don't know if this was completely mental, but it seemed to help me, especially when I had a really hard time catching my breath. Heartburn and indigestion. Now, Granny may have told you that this means the baby has a lot of hair, but I can tell you my most bald baby gave me the worst heartburn and indigestion. So this girl doesn't think there's any truth to that old wives' tale. I thought my daughter was going to come out with luscious locks because, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I had the worst heartburn ever. The baby is crowding your stomach, so smaller, frequent meals and avoiding spicy foods can help. Keep a little food journal and figure out what's triggering it. Also, if you don't eat really close to when you're going to lay down, make sure you're eating upright. And you can take some antacids as well. But I've also had a lot of students and members inside the membership who have recommended papaya enzyme. Now, that's one thing I love about my membership. Y'all, I did not know about papaya enzyme, but apparently it's a miracle for pregnancy heartburn. Next, we're going to talk about Braxton Hicks contractions. These practice contractions might feel like your tummy is getting a little tight, but you'll notice it will tighten and loosen up. They're usually irregular and painless, but I will tell you that some Braxton Hicks can actually be a little painful. So don't let pain be a deciding factor. But if they're getting really frequent or intense, you need to talk to your provider just so we can be safe. We usually say if you're having more than 6 Braxton Hicks per hour, you need to let your provider know. Now, at the end of pregnancy, that ain't no big deal, okay? Swelling, you are holding so much fluid. So mild swelling. Now you may think, Trish, this is not mild. But if you're concerned at all, please talk to your doctor. But mild swelling in your feet or hands is normal. So elevate your feet, stay hydrated. A lot of people get confused because they think that if they get more hydrated, they're going to get swelling worse, but that's not the truth. Your swelling is actually due to some imbalances and because of the way that our body is holding more fluid. So being hydrated can actually relieve it. But I want to tell you, because one of my students gave me quite the scare last year. If your swelling is sudden or severe, call your doctor because it could be a sign of something like preeclampsia. You should know the signs of preeclampsia. We go over it in the podcast. We've got lots of content on that. But sudden severe swelling or uneven, like one foot suddenly swells, that's a problem. Everybody is different. So don't stress if your symptoms don't match this list exactly. And it's not all of them. Y'all know I'm trying to keep these short and sweet because I know y'all don't have time to be listening to a 2-hour podcast, but check in with your healthcare provider if anything feels off and give yourself grace because you're growing a human. Now, if you're one of my students or one of my members, you know you're invited to my pregnancy happy hours, which we do on Zoom, and you can come and ask me all the questions. I'll answer the best I can. All right. The next thing we want to talk about is third trimester prep. Now, I have a really amazing third trimester prep pack that you guys can snag if you go to labornursemama.com/third 3rd, you can snag that. You can also watch my 3rd trimester, like 3 Secrets to a Powerful Birth. It's a free workshop. You go to labornursemama.com/secret. I'm pretty sure that's right. If it's not, shoot me I'm actually checking it right now as we talk because I want to make sure you're going to the right website. So labornursemama.com/secrets. Let's try secrets. Yes, it's labornursemama.com/secrets, not secret. You know why? Because it's not just one secret. It's a lot of secrets. And I am going to break down exactly what I've seen over the course of my high risk labor and delivery experience that leads to a birth that you actually enjoy and help you navigate the confusion and the interventions. And Trish, what do I do here? And what do I do there? And some ways to get your body prepped. Okay, so I know 3rd trimester's here. You're like, holy smoky smokes. I've got to get a lot done. It's easy to feel like you need to do all the things. Buy the crib, wash the onesies, read every baby book, which is really, really sweet. But let's keep it simple and stress-free. So here's a short, doable list so that you don't spiral. Start small with your space. You don't need a Pinterest perfect nursery. Now, if you have someone to do it for you, girl, by all means, do it. But focus on the essentials. You have to have a safe sleep space. You have to have diapers and a few outfits. If you're overwhelmed, ask for help. Please start learning how to ask for help. Pack your hospital bag slowly. If you get my 3rd trimester prep pack, again, it's free, labornursemama.com/3rd. You are going to have all the checklists you need. Okay. No need to have this crazy packed bag. You do not need it all. So inside the list, I'm going to break it down for you and tell you exactly what you need after having 6 babies and delivering thousands. Okay, talk to your provider about your birth preferences. This is why you need to be educated because you probably don't even know what you don't know. And I always say, if you don't know your birth options, you don't have any. So this is why I'm so passionate about y'all getting educated so that you know what to put in your birth plan. Because you might be like, oh my God, what is that? And what is this? And why should I put that? And why should I put this? I want you to know what and why. I can't even tell you how many patients I've admitted and I'm like, oh, I see you have this. Tell me what this means to you. And they're like, I don't know. It's just on the checklist. That is not you, girl. I want you to be educated. I want you to know what you need to know. And if you aren't following me on Instagram, go to Instagram, labor.nurse.mama. I have started doing weekly live teachings where I'm breaking down all sorts of things, including your birth plan. So you want to start talking to your provider early and often, watch their body language. If they give you like the jive, like I don't think they're supportive, you need to talk through it now, not when you're in labor. Okay. Remember that a birth plan is a map. It is not a hardcore, this is it. This is what I would like to see, but I'm also knowledgeable enough to be flexible. So let's get real for a minute. This stage of pregnancy can feel like an emotional roller coaster. You might feel, super excited one minute, and then at 2 a.m. you're terrified. Or maybe you're wrestling with fears about labor and parenting and how is my life going to change and am I going to be me? Or maybe you're feeling the pressure to enjoy every moment while you're just trying to get through the day without crying over your husband or your partner eating the last bite of cereal that you really wanted to have, right? Sound familiar? But here's the truth. All of those feelings are so freaking valid. Pregnancy isn't just physical. It's a massive emotional and mental shift. And some common emotions at this stage include anxiety about the birth. Like you're like, will it hurt? Yeah, it probably will, girl, but I got you covered on that. Will I know what to do? Yes, you're going to. I'll die on the hill standing that you better be educated so you know what to do. Knowledge is power, but you also have to learn how to apply it. Learning about the process, more on that. We're going to talk about that in a second. This is why I created the Calm Labor Birth Pod, which is like the easiest birth class in the universe. It's $97. You can get started for $33. I made it because I want you to have access to evidence-based birth education that fits your life. And I know y'all, a lot of you guys are like, I don't want to do the full birth class. Of course, I also have that, but I want you to not feel pressure and overwhelmed. And I know social media can make it seem like everyone else has it together. Spoiler alert, they don't. I go live and I do these videos and I do all these things. I'm not going to post when I'm sitting in my bedroom crying because I fought with my husband, right? You are where you're supposed to be. And not all the other pregnant women don't have it together. They're all figuring it out too, and so are you. Another thing I want to talk about is grieving your old life. It's totally okay to miss your pre-pregnancy freedom, your pre-pregnancy body. Maybe you've been sick or you're so stinking exhausted and you're like, gosh, I just miss owning my own body. Like right now, this little person owns my body. That does not mean that you love your baby any less. So if that guilt is starting to creep in, I want you to know that you're normal. Not everybody loves every minute. I mean, nobody loves every minute of pregnancy. So if you're struggling with some emotional stuff and depression or anxiety, I want you to start learning how to flip what you're telling yourself. I want you to name one fear out loud, then follow it with something you're excited about. So, for example, I'm scared about labor, but I can't wait to meet this baby. It's a small way to balance the heavy with the hopeful and start practicing gratitude. So, I'm scared about birth, but I am so grateful that I get to birth this baby. And if your emotions feel too overwhelming, reach out to a friend, a therapist, or your provider. You do not have to carry it alone. Again, just a quick reminder, now is the time to get prepared for birth, especially, some of you guys unfortunately might go into labor a little bit earlier. So I want you to feel confident. I want you to feel empowered. Again, my birth classes are designed to fit your life and give you the tools to rock your birth. Whether you want an induction, whether you want an epidural, whether you want to go unmedicated, doesn't matter. Let me just introduce you really quickly to your options. We've got the Calm Labor Birth Pod, which is an audio-based birth class that you can listen to on the go, anywhere, while you're folding baby's clothes, driving, sneaking in a nap. It's quick, it's empowering, and it's packed with evidence-based tips to help you navigate your labor and birth with confidence. This is perfect for those of you guys who want to learn on the go. I polled over 415,000 followers, and they said this is what they wanted. So here it is. We've also got our full birth classes, the Calm Labor Confident Birth Class and the VBAC Lab. They're both self-paced online courses with videos for a mom who wants a more comprehensive experience where you can sit and watch the videos. And all the classes encompass everything, but the VBAC Lab is specifically for my moms who have had a cesarean and want to have a vaginal birth. Now, all of the classes come with access to our exclusive Zoom Hangouts a few times a month. We have a specific one for our VBAC students, but these Hangouts are where you get to chat live with me, a labor nurse with 16 years of experience, and my amazing team of doulas. We're here to walk it with you. This isn't just buy my birth class and see ya. We want to help you walk through your fears. We want to help cheer you on and navigate all the twists and turns. Maybe something comes up in your doctor's office. I don't know. We want you ready and armed with knowledge and a community to support you. So check out labornursemama.com/guide for the birth pod, labornursemama.com/calm for both Calm Labor Confident Birth and the VBAC Lab. I am so happy you guys are here. So here's a couple powerful affirmations to close up. Find a comfy spot, take a nice deep breath, and I want you to let these words sink in. My body is strong and capable of carrying my baby. I trust myself to make the best choices for me and my baby. I am allowed to feel all my emotions. They make me human. I am not alone. I am supported and loved. Every step I take is bringing me closer to meeting my baby. I am a birth queen. You're doing this, mama, and you are enough. Keep these affirmations close. Listen to them when you need them. Write them out. Put them on your mirror in your car. Put them on your mirror in your bathroom. You've got this. Okay, you guys, that's it for today's episode of Pregnancy Unpacked. I hope you're feeling a little more grounded and ready to rock weeks 27 and 28. If you loved this episode, please share it with a pregnant friend. We've got a whole series all the way through the pregnancy and beyond. Drop us a review. It means the world. It just means so, so much. Please take a moment and write a review. Next week, we're going to dive into the next step of pregnancy. Until then, take care of yourself, mama. You are amazing. I'll see you again next week. Bye for now. Okay, you guys, that was an Instagram live that I did, and I hope you enjoyed it. I really am so passionate about you having the birth that you want. Don't forget, you have to be prepared. Do not go in unprepared. Labor at home as long as possible. Prepare your team and understand the twists and turns of birth. Okay, as always, hit subscribe, leave a review, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.